Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. And we're answering your questions all across the nation right here on WWNN. And we are excited to talk to you. Yeah, we're talking truth. What's the truth? You know, I got to get to the heart of the matter, the truth of the matter. I got to get down to the basics here. And I've got to tell you, in a world that is filled with changes and things are really running rampant, we don't know what's going to happen next. Get your popcorn, people, because it's going to be a really, 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 really interesting time coming up in these next few weeks. And so exciting that we know that we are navigating some of the most interesting times in our life, and we're going to be having front row seats in some of the changes that are about to unfold in the world. Not just with you personally, but in the world. And so that may make some of you go, oh my God, I can't handle any more changes, Sarah Spiritual. What are we going to do? Well, fasten your seatbelts. Because this is not a time of fear. This is a time of recalibrating who you are. This is a time of stepping into your truth. And I got to tell you, this is the time where you get to decide, are you a leader? Are you a follower? What is it that you want to be a part of? And do you know what your truth is? And do you know where the truth and the illusion in the world really lie? And of course, you know, interpretation is our own individual perception of things. So how do we really know where the truth and the lie are? Well, that seems to be the theme for 2020. I really think it should be some kind of mystery movie, if you ask me, because I don't even know who done it. As a matter of fact, I don't even know who did what. So how are we going to know who we are in a world that seems to be chaotic more times than not right now? How is it that you find your inner peace, your center? How is it that you really align yourself with your truth and your proof of who you are? How do you know how to do that? The mission here is to go down deep within. And when you hear things and you see things, before you jump on the bandwagon, like so many people are so anxious to do, you have to sit and say, how does that feel for me? How does it sound to me? Does this feel and seem right in the spot where I am in my experience? Because what's happening is, it's just spreading from person to person to person to person. And I don't know if you remember when you were younger. Let's all dial back. I know it's been such a rough ride. I don't know. Remember being 7 or 8? Do you remember just picking up the phone and talking to your friends? Let's date ourselves. That was like when the phone was up on the wall. And I remember if I wanted to have a private conversation, I had to stretch the phone cord really long and wrap myself up around the corner into the far corner of the dining room. And I'd be crouched down talking with my friends like, did you hear what happened with so-and-so? Oh, my God. And we would be talking. And then my father would come in. What's going on here? Nothing, Dad. I'm just talking on the phone. What you got to be crouched in the corner for? Is it top secret information? I'm like, yeah, Dad, actually it is. Like, you got to go. He's like, get off the phone. 5 minutes. You know, and you had a time limit as to how long you could be on the phone. Now, if that's not your reality because you're running around with a cell phone and maybe you're 12, you got it lucky. Because we weren't even allowed to pick up the phone when dinner was happening. So you had to get the story of what was happening. Let's say something happened with one of your friends or something was going on in the community. That phone rang at 6 o'clock. My father would say there, don't nobody move. We're eating. But Dad, what if I don't care? Well, he actually said it a little differently, but we're on national radio, so we're not going to say that. So we just sat there and we ate our food. And then we were like, I got to call so-and-so. And you would run to the phone. But in the timeline between you're eating dinner and the rest of the world in your community or in your friendship circle was living life, by the time I heard the story from maybe Sue down the street, that story wasn't the truth. Because it changed. By the time it went from Beth, went to Kathy, then got to Sue, then got to me. So there's a part of the reality that's going on now that it's the interpretation of the spokesperson who's sharing information, and you have to align yourself with who do you really want to listen to and what is your own truth. No matter what's going on in the world, at this time, if I were to say the greatest lesson that you can learn in these uncertain times is you got to know who you are. You have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt the essence of who you are, what you represent. You might not know your purpose. You might not be living your dream career. You might not be with your best possible partner yet, but you have to know who you are. What do you represent? What do you stand for? And what is it in this world or in this experience, be it spiritually, emotionally, do you not want to tolerate? And do you want to hold the vision of something shifting? Because we cannot judge what's going on in the world completely because we don't know all the inner workings. Only the universe, only God, only the angels really know what's going on. But you can still align yourself with what feels good and who you are. There's a song from Sister Act, and it goes like this. If you want to be someone, if you want to go somewhere, you better stand up and pay attention. You gotta know who you are. And then you've got to pay attention to what's going on in your world. And I really feel like so many have been in this snooze button mode of life that those of us who've been waking up spiritually, we kind of stopped hitting the snooze button because we're like, ruh-roh, there's stuff going on. I need to be a part of it and I need to transform now. But then there were those of us who have been caught up, and each one of us have been this person at one point or another, and still at times wrestle with what I'm about to say. And there were those of us who were just going through the routine. Get up, go to work, do what you had to do, come home, make the dinner, take care of the kids, get here, get there. And there was no feeling. And I've got to share with you that with all the people that I've read throughout this year, and then I compare to the people that I've read years gone by, there have been so many people who have received a blessing in the midst of what is the most trying times for the American people as well as the world. We have been challenged beyond our wildest dreams, and we all know it could get worse. So we look at that possibility and we go, oh, but in between the challenges have come the blessings. I was blessed to talk to someone in Canada, and I talked to someone in Connecticut today, I talked to someone in Canada, and when I was talking to the woman in Canada, she was like, we're actually in a better place than we ever would have been had this not happened. And so we talked about the silver lining that's there. You see, when you line up with your truth and you know who you are, and you take this time out to recognize the dissatisfaction or to have the time to fix what's not working, be it in a relationship, be it in a business, be it in a job, be it within yourself, and you take the time, and you still have time. We're still in the mode where the universe is giving you opportunities. God is presenting to you ways that you can transform your life really beyond your wildest dreams. And I know that almost sounds, well, it's complicated because behind the scenes, we've lost people that we love, yes? We've had people who've passed. Some have passed because it was their time. Others have passed from an unexpected disease caused by what is going on in the pandemic. So it's not all good. No, it's not. Our lifestyle has been changed. But if we find the good in the difficulties, if we find the silver lining, if we recognize that there are things in the world we can't control. I know people who have passed, and I know people who've passed of the pandemic and as a result of it. And so whatever the trigger was, whether COVID came first and then there was a complication or it was COVID, we have to realize that we couldn't have controlled that. And the minute that we recognize that we are no longer in control of the things that are going on around us that are greater than us, but we are still a piece of the whole, and this is the whole universal flow of love and divine power and divine essence and divine healing. The more that we recognize that, and we recognize that divinity is working no matter what is going on, and that we surrender to the process of grieving those that we've loved. And we recognize the precious gift that life is something that is to be given to us because we've chosen it, and that we are here to be blessed. And it is given to us as the greatest compliment from the universe for our soul to expand in the human physical experience that is something that makes us one of the greatest species in the universe. To manage our thoughts and our emotions, to govern our physical body, to interact with each other, to be social, to be aware, and still be connected to Source. I know there are those who think that, there are alien life forms, and I don't doubt that. But I don't know how many of them are in this form that we are. And for you to realize that you are privileged, that you are chosen, and that you chose to come to this earth to be a part of these times. So that means no obstacle that you encounter, no experience is insignificant. That everything that is presented to you is presented to you for a reason, so that you can raise your level of life, raise your consciousness, impact and affect others in a kind, loving way, and make a difference. And that just you, yes, you, only you, individually you, a piece of the collective, have the power to transform others around you. You see, when we start to think of that, and then we look at, we haven't worked in 6 months, life has changed dramatically, we can't go to our favorite places, this is out of sorts, whatever is going on in your life, I could go on for an endless list, that something can transform. And even for those, and my heart is with those who are my fellow business owners, entrepreneurs, that our businesses have been impacted by this. And for the person that had to close their business, maybe it was a lifetime of investment in time, and that they don't know how they'll rise again. Matter of fact, there was someone who was not too far from the radio station. They had a bowling alley, and they had invested their time, and they'd been in business for years here in South Florida. And they had to close their business. But during the pandemic, what they took the time to do is to redo the place, to vamp it up, only to not be able to open because, we were still not moving to the next level, the next phase, so that they could. And then to close. But the interesting thing about the human spirit and about that one individual, so I said, don't worry, I'll be back. I'll come back even better. You see, the human species is more resilient than we ever give ourselves credit for. It's in the moment of the meltdown. It's in the moment of the panic. It's in the moment of the misalignment and the hook of fear that we lose our center. And if you know who you are and you know what your truth is and what is important to you and who do you stand for, what is it that you represent? Do you represent light? Do you represent love? Do you represent kindness? Do you represent compassion? Are you here to govern and assist others and exist for your own personal needs and desires? Or are you just caught up in the rat race of life and you don't really know who you are? Because then how do you know what side you're really on? And how do you know what the truth is? And how, if you don't really know who you are, can you stand there and go, well, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie? How do you know? Because when we don't tune into ourselves, it's just like if you're listening to me on the radio, and perhaps you're driving in your car. You might be on 95 or the Florida Turnpike, and you're driving, and I'm coming in really clear, and now for a minute, oh, there she is. She's back again. There's this wavering because we're human. But still, once you fine-tune and you get back on that frequency, you're still getting the message. You're still getting the transmission from WWNN. Same thing. The transmission is always being sent. But when you're busy and you're driven with fear and worry and just being weighed down by everything that I will most certainly not minimize, because it is going on around us and it has created havoc. But when you lose yourself in the fear and all of everyone else's fears, you lose yourself and you step away from your truth. You step away from the truth of who you are and who your soul knows it has come to be. The soul that knows that everything in this journey, including this little snitz, little sidetrack moment that's like not pleasant, your soul knew. that I was going to encounter this. And you, before you sign the heaven contract, said, all right, I'm up for the game. I know. We'll have to read the fine print next lifetime. But in this lifetime, you chose to be a part of this. And some of you may say, I don't think I would have chosen this. Well, think again. Think again, because here you are. And guess what? You have chosen to be a part of this experience because you are strong enough and you are connected enough. And the hand of God is on everything that goes on in this world. Lest us not forget the divine power that works through all of us at all times. And even though it appears to be chaos and we don't know where the truth is in the external world, when we tap into the divine truth, we align with our own personal truth, our own personal mission, and therefore we can find peace. The world is changing now. But it's time for us to step into the light. Time for us to step into the energy of love. And last week we talked about you've got to have faith. So I'm going to tell you again. You've got to have faith. You've got to believe that no matter where you are, no matter what you're facing, that something's going to turn it around. And that this too shall pass. And for each one of us, there is an aspect of silver lining. If we're willing to look for it, willing to embrace it, and we truly know who we are, and then we can rise to the greatest truth of all, learning to love oneself. It's the greatest love of all. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to come right back here and answer your questions on WWNN 888-565-1470. We are answering your questions on Facebook, on YouTube. Start the conversation. Share with me, what is your truth? I am, and state your truth. And if you you're having trouble, you need to define, where's my truth? We're going to talk about that too. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1 888 565 1470. 1 888 565 1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
Oh, yes, indeed. Every soul's got its story. So what's your story? How do I know what your story is? I don't know, but we're going to find out. We're going to tune in, tap into spirit. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to go to Facebook, see what's happening, get our questions lined up. So I want to see what the conversation is. Wayne Rodriguez, he says, hey, I would like to know, am I going to get a job and like when? So Wayne is looking for a job, and I know that Wayne's been going through some employment transitions and changes, and what I see here for Wayne is very simply that there is a work that's supposed to come to you. It seems more part-time than full-time. Kind of feel like where you live is still not, quote, totally functional during all this pandemic. But I do see a part-time work coming for you. There is a job coming to you, and I know it'll come just in time. I'm going to give you the feeling of 6-8 weeks. It seems to be close. I don't know if you were looking for work before and then you got something and then something got shut back or pushed back or taken away or downsized. But now there's another opportunity coming for you, Wayne. So thank you so much for your question on Facebook. Greatly appreciate it. You can catch us on Facebook, Sarah Spiritual, or on YouTube. Love to have you there. And of course, Instagram me on Sarah Spiritual on Instagram. We're going to take another question or message from Facebook. Candace Ann Rowe. She says, hey, I'm so stressed. She's like totally over this COVID thing. She's like, I can't take it anymore, Sarah Spiritual. Am I going to be okay? Oh, and she's worried she's going to be evicted. So when we look at this, this would be a time. It's like, who are you? You're a resourceful person. You have to trust the universe has got your back. But there still really is a reality behind the scenes, right? We can all sprinkle fairy dust and think wonderful things. And by no means when I say the power of the word and the power of the energy, by no means am I trying to minimize your feelings and expect you to all just go, okay, everything's great, everything's working out for me. I'm not saying we can't feel a feeling. But what I am saying is that when you lose yourself in the fear of what could happen, instead of directing your thoughts on the positive outcome of what you would love to have happen with ease and grace, that is much more effective energy management. Does that mean the monkey mind isn't going to throw in, oh my God, what are we going to do? So in the case of Candace Ann Rowe, Candace, you are going to find work really soon. It is coming. But I also know that there's a very fine line between what the landlord and everyone is willing to do. So there's a conversation, do what you can to safeguard yourself. But I do feel, I don't know, they're giving me the 3-week kind of mark for you. So just keep looking. You can find something to just help float you through for this period of time. Thank you, Candace Ann Rowe, and anyone and everyone listening. If you hear someone's story and you're like, oh, wow, and you know that you're okay, then send them some positive vibes. Because if we all send each other positive vibes, when we have that meltdown of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? We're going to help other people. Okay. So, obviously I'm not saying send a check. We don't know where Candace lives, nor are we going to post that, but don't post that, Candace. I'm not kidding. But you understand what I'm saying. We want to support each other energetically. All right. We're going to take one more question from Facebook before I go to my phone readings. 888-565-1470. Tiffany Stone. Thank you, Tiffany Stone, for always being here on our Facebook feed. Greatly appreciate you. She's saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I keep seeing 555. What is going on, Sarah? I keep seeing it. And she's like, I think I know what that means. Changes are coming, right? Question mark, exclamation point, she writes. Well, yes, Tiffany Stone, there are big changes. And every time I drive by and I see 555 on a license plate, I go, oh, Sarah Spiritual, hold on to your hat because there's some big stuff coming down the pike. Big changes. So, Tiffany Stone, fasten your seatbelt. Big changes coming. And some of these changes come in a swoop, may make you feel a little off balance for a moment, but I see them as positive changes for you. So, thank you, Tiffany Stone, for your Facebook question. We're going to go right to the phone lines. And I'm going to go to Jillian. Jillian is in Port St. Lucie. And Jillian and I have talked before, so let's see what's going on with Jillian. Jillian, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing well. Are you like in the corner somewhere talking? Where are you?
Yeah, in the bathroom.
I was like, I hear an echo. She's hiding. So, I don't know if there's any way. Are you listening to the radio or your Facebook? Can you turn that down by any chance?
Actually, is this better?
Yes, much better. Okay, great. What did you do? Get in the bathtub or something? Like, where are you? No, I'm kidding. Jillian, what is your question for us?
Sarah, I want the messages for me.
Okay. So, first thing that I see is you're feeling a little scared and uncertain. Is that true, Jillian? You're feeling really uncertain right now? A little more than normal. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And there's some changes going on at work. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's got you a little worried, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Spirit's telling me to tell you, don't worry. Everything's coming together for you, and I want you to just trust that process. Your angels have got your back. They also tell me that you were thinking of changing jobs. Is that also true?
Yes.
You're thinking it's not quite the right fit for you, but you put some time in, so now you've got a little bit of history on your resume. This is also true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start looking in January, okay? You can start scouring around, but January seems to be a good time to make a change.
Okay.
Okay? All right, Jillian, you're going to be just fine. Thank you so much for your call, and I guess you can come out of the bathroom now. Thanks for your call. All right. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're answering your questions right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. If you're driving in the car listening and you're like, what's going on? Well, we're giving you guidance and messages, and we welcome your phone call. Join the conversation. Tonight we're talking about truth, and I got to get to the heart of the matter. I got to get to the truth of the matter. I got Heather, and she's in Port Richey, and I have a feeling that Heather's going through some challenges and changes right now. Yes, Heather, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Sarah. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Spirit's telling me it's time to, around your birthday, we're getting ready to start to close out some chapters and move ourselves forward. You ready for some forward movement, Heather? Is this true?
I am, big time.
And there seems to be a change or a move, so that if there's something you're thinking of closing the door on and absolutely making a complete turnaround change, this is going to be the time to do it from this time of your birthday that is approaching very soon. Happy birthday. To March of next year, kind of as this opening for you to make a change. There's a song that comes to my head, kiss today goodbye and point me towards tomorrow. There's a change coming for you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there hope for my career trying to do?
There is a lot of hope, but you've got to close the door on some of the distractions that are separating you, because I don't feel like we've got enough going in investment time and energy in that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. It's just I'm having difficulty trying to finish it. Things are pushing me back when I'm trying to go forward. If that makes sense.
It does. But some of it is not in your control. This is also true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a study associated with something we're doing with the career as well?
Yes.
Okay, because they're giving me a book. So is there a course or a test or something we've got to pass or do next or something?
Yes, it's for a CNA.
Okay. It's coming. You get pushed back.
It's coming.
It's coming. Just push the other way.
Okay.
In
It's
the
because
moment-
there's paperwork holding me back, so that's what I'm trying to make sure.
Okay. Just work on the paperwork. If we've
Okay.
got to file something, form or something, do it. Do it with the
Okay.
angels. In the moment of now, I'm aligned with my destiny. I am in the flow of exactly what is perfectly right for me. And if there's a
Okay.
hold up, then it's holding up for a reason. And we're going to be good
Right.
with that. And we're going to trust that process. But you are closing the door on who you were and stepping into who you've come to be. And I really feel
Okay.
like major transformation comes between now and March. I don't know how long that course is going to be, but if I spin you to next birthday, the one in 2021, I kind of feel like you're on track and doing something else, yes, than what you were doing, yes?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. How long is the course?
Well, I did it for 2 weeks, and now I'm just in the process of trying to study.
Okay.
And it was something that came back with my background check from a while ago, from a long time ago, and I have to do some paperwork in order to make sure I can achieve it. So that's what
That's
I was
fine.
curious
It's
to know
just-
if I'm going to go forward with it or not.
Yeah, it's paperwork, and it'll work out. Just
Thank you
trust,
so much, Sarah.
Trust it. All right, honey. Keep us posted. God bless you. Stay
Thank
well.
you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We are answering your questions, and I'm going to pull a question from Facebook. Let's see what's going on before we get all across the globe here, because we got questions everywhere. Lynn Wilkins. Lynn Wilkins, I think Lynn is in the UK, so thank you, Lynn, for joining us. And Lynn, this is a really interesting time because it is a time for you to step out of the box and think differently and be more creative. She's really asking about a relationship that's been a part of her life now for 11 years. And she's saying, hey, I've been with David, and is it time to stay? Should I stay or should I go, as the song goes? And she's giving his date of birth. And I do feel that there has been a growth spurt with you, and we have not measured up and grown together. And when I look at his birthday and what he's going through, this year is a big year of change for him. And so as he goes through these changes, you will know by February of next year whether you're going to stay or go for sure. I know we've invested time, but it is not for one to hold on to something because we've invested time when there is no life in it. And I feel like we need to recalibrate our communication, Lynn Wilkins. Don't walk away yet. You will know more and feel better about the choice and more secure as to whether you stay or go. I don't see us walking away yet. I feel like there's another aspect that you need to explore with this relationship from a soul purpose before you decide what you're going to do. I will tell you, Lynn, that this will be a year of some great growth for you, particularly as we move you into the May, June of, can't believe I get to say it, oh Lord, it can't come fast enough, 2021. Thank you, Lynn Wilkins, for your Facebook question. We're going to go right back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got Priscilla. Priscilla is in Coral Springs. Priscilla, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. Priscilla, your birthday's in August. What day in August, please?
It's
I'm sorry, what is the day?
2/8/1988.
Oh, you cut out again. Try it again.
0/8/1988.
088-1988?
No, February 8, 1988.
Oh, that's what keeps popping out. So sorry, but your phone keeps cutting out on us. All right, so the first
Okay.
thing that I see here of Priscilla for you is you're supposed to be really, really networking with people and building some community for yourself. And Spirit tells me that this is really a rough time for you in this pandemic. You are ready to get out and get social, and there ain't nothing going on,
Yes.
Yes. What is your question for us tonight, Priscilla?
Yes, I just wanted to see what word the Spirit has for me because, as you see, I've been very overwhelmed with everything that's going on,
Yes.
and I just don't see an outlet right
There
now.
is. I know you're on lockdown. I know you're feeling, the word they give me is suffocated. And
Yes.
this is a time for you to take care of you. One of the ways you existed so beautifully is I kind of want to liken you to a little hummingbird. And you just fly around from flower to flower, hum around, stick your nose in places that maybe it shouldn't be, and you keep yourself distracted with everybody else's life.
Right.
And you
So
haven't
true.
really been focusing on your life. And this is the time where it's uncomfortable for Priscilla to look in the mirror and go, hey, Priscilla, what's going on? Like, what do I need to work on? And so this is your time. You are really ready to connect with people who are going to put you on a different path. I feel like we are stuck in job, we are stuck in relationships, and the people in your circle, they don't get you. This is true, yes?
Yes.
And so we're looking for a whole new 360. We're not even going 180, we're going 360. And when I look at
Right.
this energy, Priscilla, I feel like there's a move that comes for you next year that's going to make everything shift and change. And you've got to stay in the spot
Okay.
you're in, because that's kind of like a safety zone for you right now, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
But there's a
Yes, I do.
there's another, I really want to say there's a relationship coming that kind of takes you out of the stagnation that you're in.
Okay.
Okay? We cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. But now I'm going to say we're not expecting the change. We're going to allow the change to come to us without expectation. Okay? And you're also looking to
Okay.
reposition yourself for your work career. Is this also true?
Yeah, I was actually working on my diploma. Well, I was actually working on my high school diploma prior
Mhm.
to the pandemic,
Right.
so that I can gain better employment.
You will.
And it just shifted everything off. But I'm still looking forward to getting that diploma,
And you will.
because I feel like that's a piece of me that I was never able to accomplish. So
And you will do that. And then the doors
Yeah.
will open up for you. And so when I spin you into the beginning of next year, that's when things get moving, okay? In the meantime,
Yeah.
there are studies and things that you can work on to make sure that when
Right.
you go dive into that diploma, you just ace it and keep the party moving. Priscilla, it's going to be an
Right.
exciting 2021. I know you're feeling a little bit frozen in time, but just enjoy the experience, because I feel like you've got people that you have to care for and tend to in the meantime, yes?
yes, my
Okay.
4 children.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's take care of them and enjoy them, and then everything will turn around for you. All right?
Okay. Thank you so
stay
much.
you're welcome. Stay on the path, my dear. Bye for now.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to be right back to answer your calls. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Do I know you? I don't know, but I know that we know someone in common somewhere along the way because our souls are connected. Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and I am answering your questions all across the nation right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9, and 96.9. I've got to go right back to the phone lines. Keep the conversation going for us on Facebook and YouTube, as we will continue to answer your questions as well. But I've got to get to some callers, and they've been a-holding. So I'm going to pop on over to Denise in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you?
Good, Sarah. How are you?
Good to connect with you, Denise. What is your question?
Okay. I have a few, so I'll make it fast because I know you have other callers. A couple of weeks ago was Paul's birthday.
Oh, yes.
And I really felt his spirit around us in different ways. My daughter did too, and so did my son.
So now everybody's a believer.
Yeah, I mean, like three of us. I mean, a crazy thing happened all in one day, so we were all feeling it.
Wonderful. I'm glad he was able to let you know that he is okay and settling in nicely, even though we all know he did not want to go, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go right ahead. What's your next statement or question for me, please?
My next one is, will I have a problem with a person who works for me? Her birthday is July 25th, 1956. Do you see issues going? Well, there's always issues with her, but there may be coming in the next couple of weeks.
Well, she seems to feel like she's very authoritative and almost like it's her business, not your business. So I just feel like that's a conflict there, and she doesn't follow instructions well, and she's a vanity smurf. And, well, anyway, so yes, this is not going to end well, my darling. This is going to get a little complicated. So, the sooner you check her, and the sooner you make it clear and then you lay the groundwork, there is no partnership or investment on her part, is there, please? Because she runs around like she's a partner. But if you talk to her, you would think it's her business and she's the partner.
Well, she tells everybody that, and my son's going to have a one-on-one with her, so I think it's going to put things to rest.
It should. Otherwise, what will be putting her to rest is the door that hits her in the behind.
Yeah, that's very true. That's exactly what he said.
Because it's not a good synergy here, and I actually feel like she's driving people away from the business. So you want to watch that, okay?
Okay. And one last question for you.
Yes.
I know I've asked before. I know my daughter is trying to get pregnant, and her birthday's
so I'm going to tell
8/11.
you. Stop. Hold it. I'll hold up my paper for everybody. First word I wrote next to the little tree that I drew representing Paul and all the things going on around you is baby. There is a baby coming, honey.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We do have one coming in February, which I'm excited about, but she is my concern because her brother's having a baby first before her. And
That doesn't
he's
matter.
younger.
Who came first, the chicken or
I
the
know.
egg? Doesn't matter. As long as the egg produces the chicken, we're good.
Okay.
I see an egg, no chicken. See a baby, we're good.
Oh,
Give it
okay.
time. Tell her patience. Patience. Everything has its time.
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, I wrote baby.
Yeah.
So I hear your voice. I write baby. I know there's a baby. All
Okay.
right. So everyone just chill. All right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Sarah.
And I do hope that we have cut ourselves from any relationships that are not working in the personal front. Yes, indeed. Yes.
No, we're still there.
Okay.
It seems to be getting a little stronger, but yes, complicated, yes.
Okay.
But,
So eat popcorn, watch the movie. This is not the one. Okay.
I know it's not.
Okay. So just as long as we're clear, because I don't want to answer a question like, well, what do you think it's going to work? No, it's not going to work, Denise.
No, it's not. But
Okay.
for right now, it's okay.
Okay. As long as you're on the page. All right, my darling. Thank you
No.
so much. God bless you. Bye for now.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay.
888-565-1470. I want to talk to you. We're talking about what's your truth? Who's got some truth going on here? And what are your questions? And Spirit always talks the truth. And I've got a caller in Connecticut. We get around here. And it's Sahara. Sahara, how are you tonight?
I'm fine.
Good, Sahara.
One, I have a question about love, and I was wondering if my this person that I'm talking to is he the right one?
Okay. So Sahara, let me first open up the energy for you, okay? Because everyone's got a story. So your story, I know you got an interesting story, but we're not going to talk about all that on national radio, don't worry. But what I see here for you is that this year represents advancement for your work, for your career. It's time to make some changes. It's time for you to be a little more financially sound. Yes, this makes sense to you, yes?
Yeah.
And we want to make a shift. What is the birthday of the person that you are asking about, please?
I do not know. I do not know. I just know that this person.
Can I have a first name? I doubt they're listening.
The person, I think his name is it starts with an S.
Okay.
I do not know. His name off because you caught me off guard with that.
Okay. So it's so let me just tell you this. This year, 2020 into 2021, is not the year of relationships and love for you. I know that we have attracted people who have been drama in the past, yes?
Yeah.
And we have attracted people who just didn't hold enough respect for the relationship. And this gentleman, unfortunately, seems to have a lot more of those same qualities to him. What I do suggest you do is if you're on Facebook, when you get his birthday, shoot me a message on Facebook on Sarah Spiritual so that I can look, because I need his birthday to tell you his path and his soul journey as his intention. I need that to be specific for him. But I am hearing from Spirit that another comes, there's a better caliber coming for you. You haven't quite gotten out of the pattern of where you've been. And when I spin you back, and I spin back in time and I go back to 2013, that seems like a difficult time for you, 2013, yes? Was it a time of change and shifts, please? In a relationship,
Yeah.
something was difficult, yes? So
Yeah.
you are where you are because of choices that you made in 2013, things that you've got to recalibrate, redesign for yourself. And I think you need to claim your worth. I am the woman who is worthy of divine love, divine partnership, and someone who's going to honor and love and respect me. And so it is. In the moment of now, all this is mine. This is how we need to direct our attention and create the life that we want.
Right.
So you can talk to him, but I don't really feel like it's going to take you where you really ideally want to go for a lifetime. All right, Sahara, we're getting ready to close for the first hour, but I do hope that I've been of assistance to you. How did you hear about the show?
Well, I heard about the show on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Facebook.
Great. So message me, let me know the person's birthday, and thank you for listening. And I do hope you continue to listen and join, well, the journey that we're all on. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. Bye for now. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. Yes, indeed, there's a light, and that light is in you. And we're going to tune into that light in just a minute. But for now, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
The brightens of my...
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your
Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit oxygenrescuecarecenters.america.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Hey, there's a light right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. And we're answering your questions all across the nation. If you're local to West Palm Beach, I do hope you stop by the Expedito Enlightenment Center, drumroll please, this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Of course, we are open to the public. We're having a sale, and we'll put the flyer up for you to see. It is a 15% off on virtually all our merchandise except for readings, candles, and classes. So there's a lot of cool statues and crystals and fairies and books that you truly could take advantage of. And really, if you want a wonderful new angel deck card, maybe you want some tarot decks, you want some goddess cards, some mermaid cards, you want an amethyst, you want a black onyx, you want black tourmaline, you want clear quartz. What you want, we got it. We do hope you stop by and visit us. We've got 2,100 square feet of some fabulous stuff. And of course, we have our Sarah Spiritual products. My sprays, my mists, my oils. So it's going to be a great sale weekend. We figure Amazon had Prime. We got Sarah Spiritual Prime Time on Friday and Saturday at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So we do hope you visit us at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Just Google Sarah Spiritual. It's going to pop right up for you. We're going to take a question from Facebook. Got to see what's going on in our Facebook. And then we've got to pop on to, we got some callers all across the globe here. We've got Sharon Lynn. Sharon Lynn is really looking for some true connections. Her birthday was September 10th. And she's hoping to have a word of truth for her and her boyfriend. And do we have Sharon's boyfriend's birthday? Yeah, let me see here what that might be.
December 9th.
Okay, December 9th. Got it. Okay, so we've got here. So Sharon, your boyfriend is going through this major transformation within himself. And the word of truth here is that kind of hard. He's a little more of a free spirit. You're a little bit more tactical, linear. It's kind of hard for you guys to always communicate well. This relationship here, the truth of this relationship, Sharon, is that we're not on the same page, and we need to work on getting on the same page. You have a great connection for him, and he has great connection for you. Just he's a very free spirit. So we kind of got to let him be free in who he is. I do feel that this relationship requires a little more attention. The spirit guides will assist you with this. Ask your angels to help you. And, work on your love languages. There are 5 love languages. We need to identify the love language of each other and learn to communicate better in connection for the relationship. Thank you, Sharon Lynn. The truth is we got to recalibrate the relationship in order to make it work. Thanks so much, Sharon Lynn, for your Facebook question. I'm going to pull another one from Facebook. We've got Iris Urlich, and she is, I think she's in the UK too. Iris, thanks so much for joining us. And what I have here for you is, should I give Sylvia a second chance? Hashtag Spirit says no. No, not really. I feel like, Iris, if someone shows you who they are, you kind of have to take a good look at that. And I don't feel like they're true to you. I don't feel like they're a true friend and that they're actually really being truthful, as the word Spirit says. And since we're talking about truth tonight, we need to know. Thank you so much, Iris, for your question on Facebook. And I think we need to keep our distance from her. Thanks so much. We're going to go right back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I got to take a call from Maine. I've got someone who's calling from Maine, and I got to hear what's going on in Maine. Jasmine, how are you?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So how are the leaves looking there in Maine? We got some colors going on?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Wonderful. Send me a picture, because Lord knows I haven't gotten there yet. Jasmine, what are your questions for me? How can I best assist you right now?
So my son's father has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard from him in almost a month. The last time that there was any contact, he called the police to do a welfare check on his son, and it's just strange that I haven't heard anything. So I'm just wondering what you think is going on.
March, what is his birthday, please?
3/12.
Okay, got it. Someone needs to call and do a welfare check on him, because I don't think he's in his right mind. I feel like he's on some kind of binge or something. Doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's, he is trying to, in one way, make a case like you're keeping him from his son. But on the other hand, I don't feel like he's in his right mind right now.
No.
So I really feel that, but he has not been participating in his son's life in any way, shape, or form, nor has he really contributed to his son's life. Is this also true?
Yes, I haven't seen him since December, and he stopped paying child support in August.
Okay.
And the car payment of the car that I own.
Okay.
That he has.
That he has. Well, that's a little inconvenient. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can file a motion. Yes. You can go to court for this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do what you need to do. I understand if he's out of work, they're going to say probably he can't pay, he won't pay. But, you need to kind of start using this as an opportunity to draw a line in the sand. I'm not a lawyer, so I cannot give you legal advice. But, it's time for you to take a stand, because you have things that you would like to do with your life, and you can't be in limbo while he's not being consistent in any way, shape, or form. And he's not even in the same state that you're in.
Right.
Nor do I see him planning to come back. So that's the key. I don't see him planning to come back to the state of Maine.
No,
so
I don't think so either.
This is your opening to do whatever you need to do for yourself. And if we start the paper trail now, then by the time the spring and summer come, you can make a transition.
So you don't think I should go to Florida before then?
You have to talk to a lawyer. I don't know if you leave the state what that looks like.
Okay.
Because who has physical custody?
I do.
Okay. Is it a 50-50 custody agreement?
No, he just had visitation 2 days a week.
Which he's not utilizing. You have
Right.
physical residence, then ask your lawyer if you can leave. You need to talk to a lawyer about what to do. And then document it every step of the way.
Okay.
But this is your opportunity. his absence is your opportunity to create a life for yourself and your son if that's what you desire. So if you don't want to spend another chilly winter in Maine, come on back down to South Florida, honey. But check with a lawyer, okay? Because I can't really advise on that. All right.
Okay.
Jasmine, you're going to be all right. You'll see. And I feel like it's going to be a prosperous end of the year for you. So continue to do a good job supporting your son. You're doing well, and all will be well. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. I've got to go to Phyllis. Phyllis is in Boca. Phyllis, how are you tonight? Hi, Phyllis.
Hello?
Hello, Phyllis. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. I'm so happy to talk to you.
I'm so glad we were able to connect, Phyllis. Thank you so much for calling, and thank you for holding. I greatly appreciate that.
I'm so happy to talk to you. I'm thrilled to talk to you. I just have a lot of problems. How are you? I have a lot of problems in my life.
Okay.
Well, I'm there.
And you know what you can do is whatever gadget you're using to listen to me, if you could just shut it down or lower it so that I don't hear, because I hear voices in my head. I don't need to hear my own voice in my head. That'll make it really trippy for me. So just shut that off. If you have Facebook or the radio, just shut that because you've got me on the phone now.
I'm very, very worried about my son. His birthday is 7/10/1970.
Okay.
He had a very high-powered position in theater in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and he lost it.
Yeah.
He has a child and a wife and a house, and I just want to know that he's going to be okay and he's going to work. He loves being in theater, and I'm scared.
And you know what? He is really a very creative performing individual. And he actually was born. He was born to perform. That ever since he was little, I would imagine he was performing, yes? He's funny, he's talented, he's musical, he's got a lot going for him. And
and he was the head technical director, set designer at his theater, the Santa Fe Opera.
Okay. He will work again, but, you know, like old people in the theater, which is just so a shame, we have a little ways to go before this can all come back, but he will work again.
But he's very distant from us, and my husband and I, my husband has a lot of problems physically, but I am deeply worried about him because he doesn't connect with us the way we should.
Well, he's also a very individualistic individual, so he doesn't really like to communicate the way you do. He's not a great he's a great performer. He has a great persona and energy. But rolling down the emotions and rolling up your sleeves and going, yeah, Mom, how you doing? Yeah, we're feeling a little worried and concerned. He's not going to do that.
Am I going to see him soon?
My spirit guides tell me it's going to be at least 6 months.
Okay. And my granddaughter, I miss her terribly. She's 9, and she has some issues.
Well, she has some mood issues, right? I feel like her energy's off. I don't know if she suffers from a mood disorder or we can't quite control her. Some fits is how they make me feel, like she gets anxious.
And she's very smart. She has a very high IQ.
She has a very IQ, but she has to find her niche. You know, this is where some of the best geniuses are born. If we just let them be and discover their talent, let's think about some of the great musicians. They had their imbalances, but they accomplished great things. And she's actually a very spiritually connected little girl, too. She's very much aware with what goes on. She may not be active in the usual schooling that we're used to, but she's aware of angels and fairies and all of that energy. And, you know, Phyllis,
I believe that.
They make me feel like, there's a woman who stands close to you, makes me feel like she stands right above you. So when I place her there, I feel as if it's mother energy. Mother's passed, yes?
Yes, I lost my mother a few years ago, and she was very spiritual.
She was,
and I miss her terribly.
I'm gonna tell you, she is very much with you, and she makes me feel like you took care of her or helped her through the end. Please,
not that much. I live in Florida. She lived in New York, and I didn't get to see her as much as I would have liked.
Before you said goodbye, but I will tell you that whatever you did to help her, she's in great gratitude. So whatever the connection was, it wasn't so much mother-daughter as it seemed more friends. is how they make
Yeah.
me. She makes me feel, and
Yeah. And do you think my husband and I are going to be okay financially, emotionally?
you will. I know it's difficult times, and it's bringing up a lot of fears for both of you. Your husband, his health doesn't seem as strong as yours. Okay, you seem a little more steady. But I got to go back to your mom for a minute, please, because she was just saying something to me, and I really want to grasp it.
Okay.
So there's something about. Did she have a locket with a picture in it, please? Do you have her jewelry, a locket?
Not that I know of. I had a locket with the picture of my son in it, which I don't have anymore. But my mother,
Okay,
I don't
because
think
she's
so.
showing me a locket. What did that locket mean to you? What is the significance of that locket, please?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because she's showing me this locket with a picture in it.
Really? I never found that in all her stuff. I cleaned at her apartment.
Okay. Maybe you have to find your locket.
Maybe.
Okay. I have to leave you with that because as you and I were talking, she was dangling this locket and she opened it up so that I could see there was a picture in it. So.
Really?
Yeah. Remember when you first connected with me, what did you ask about your son? Did you not?
Yeah, I was worried about him.
All right. And here she is giving me a locket that's connected to her, but connected more to you and your son.
Really?
But see, so this is how they connect the dots for us. So that she's listening,
Sounds
honey.
interesting.
She's listening. Phyllis, how did you hear about this show?
A friend of mine who unfortunately just lost her sister. Her name is Sarah also, Sarah Jane. She called me. She's one of my neighbors, and she called me and told me to put you on because both of us are very, very spiritual.
Wonderful.
And anytime there's anything we can listen to or go to, we do.
Well, good. And then maybe when this clears up, you take a ride from Boca and come on up to West Palm to my center because I know you're going to just
I'm gonna
love
call
it.
you.
I love it. I think you're going to absolutely love it. Phyllis,
gonna
you are
call
on track. I know you have concerns. I know, we are aging gracefully, but just allow this shift to unfold in the world. Try not to lose yourself in the chaos and know that your truth. And your truth is that you know that you're protected by God. Your truth is you know that the angels are with you. You know that Michael is with you, Archangel Michael, yes? So we know this, we are aware of this, and we have gratitude and we have asked for forgiveness for the missteps we've made in life. So you're right with God. And when we know that, that becomes our truth. Everything else falls into place, my dear. We've got to go
Thank
for
you
now,
so
Phyllis, but I hope I've been of some service and help to you along this journey. And thank you for listening to the show.
Thank you.
Bye for now. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to answer your questions all across the globe. We're going to Facebook. We're going to probably pop into YouTube. So everyone stay with us. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Did you call me with your song? Because you know
Because you know me. I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are Spiritually Speaking with all of you. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. And we're so happy to be connecting with you all across the globe, and we welcome your phone calls, 888-565-1470. And we're going to pull a question from Facebook, and then I've got quite the states to visit here on our board. We got Bree. Bree's saying, hey, Sarah. Hey, Helena. She's saying hi to Helena. We hope all is well. Do I need to dream a new dream in my vocational and career life? Will I ever change? I had a dream, baby. Well, Bree, no, there's really not a big change coming for you. You just have to buckle down and do the hard stuff that has to be accomplished so that you can accomplish your dream. I do not see a new dream or a new vocation coming for you. I really feel you're on the track. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't let the bumps get you down. You'll be fine, Bree. This is going to be clear sailing in just a little bit. Thanks so much for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another one from Facebook before I go to South Florida. I got Kevin Paul. Kevin Paul's in the house, and he says, hello, Sarah. How are you? Thank you for asking, Kevin. I'm doing well. It's going to get better for me for this closing of this year. How are things going to be for me next year? Well, you know, Kevin, the first thing that I see here for you is that this year has been a year of trying to find your rhythm and your balance. And it's been hard to find our balance in 2020. All of us are feeling a little bit like we were on the merry-go-round one too many turns. I'm a little dizzy. I don't know about you. So, Kevin, when I look at the energy, I do feel things are going to get better. I feel like there's a business idea or something you want to do for community to help. So I feel like there's an organization, a business idea, and I feel like you have a great entrepreneurial spirit, Kevin Paul. So keep keeping on. After your birthday of 2021, that's when you start this whole new energy of a new beginning. We kind of paint the walls white and put a new design on the wall. Thank you, Kevin Paul, for your Facebook question. We're going to go to South Florida. I've got Deborah here. Deborah, how are you doing, Deborah, in South Florida? How's it going?
Hi, Sarah. Good. Very well. Thank you.
Good. And how can I assist you tonight?
I just kind of want to know, is my life going to start turning around for the better. The last 4 years have been very difficult. I've dealt with issue after issue, the most recent this year. And I also want to know if I have a possible chance for a do-over with someone.
Yes. Okay, let's take, I also see a great sense of loss. Did we lose someone in the very recent time, please?
A couple of years ago, I lost a parent.
Yes, because I feel like you're still carrying that energy of loss. That was part of the tough 4 years that you went through. Is this correct? That was kind of like the...
That was one of the issues, yes. One of the...
And I feel like you've been battling some financial things, you've been battling some personal relationship things, and you're battling some things, even your own health, keeping yourself feeling well. Is that also true, Deborah? You're kind of not feeling so great, yes?
Health-wise, I'm good. Just emotionally, I've been dealing with some issues.
All right. And I feel like we're trying to manage other people, too, because not everybody else is on board. So I feel like you've got a lot on your plate, like you're responsible for people. This is true, yes?
I wouldn't say responsible. It's more of the when it's necessary, oh, call me, take care of it type of thing.
Yes, and it's
like
everyone.
Nobody taking care of me.
That's so you take responsibility is what is really how I see it, and you make everyone else's issue something that you're going to solve. Yes, okay. So what is the birthday of the person that we want to know if we're going to have a do-over? Because that relationship was poorly timed, is what Spirit tells me. What is the person's birthday?
July 16th.
Okay. So this is a year, if they were ever going to get themselves together, because I feel like emotionally they're not 100% there. I just want you to know that. They're going through their own upheaval, but this is a year that's a time of change for them. And in this time of change, they can have that time to circle back. This relationship got interrupted is what Spirit makes me feel, yes? There was miscommunication and there was an interruption in the relationship, yes? Is that true?
Yeah, and we had other people butting in, I think, too.
That's my interruption. I got other people in your business. I call it pot stirrers. And the pot stirrers got in, and they got in like bees in a nest, and they just buzzed around and buzzed in your business. I feel like there's a miscommunication, like this individual is of a thought that something was done or said different than it was. I feel like we haven't set the record straight yet. If you can set the record straight and build a bridge of trust back and separate yourselves from others and just stay centered in the feeling of what you feel for each other, because I see great love between the two of you. But, you got a stubborn person here, very stubborn.
But we're both stubborn. We both can be stubborn.
I know.
We're both water signs.
Well, okay. But it's more than just what your planets are, okay? Your personality, his personality, we're just not quite on the same page, okay? So when I spin this out for you...
He does love me, though. I mean,
he does love you. Otherwise, he wouldn't even care.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true, because that's how he is.
I know. He's either in or out. And when you're done, he's done. He, cuts you off. It's like you're disowned, like he never knew you. And
do you have any suggestions of how I can clear the air or set this straight? I mean, there might be an opportunity where I will be able to speak to him, and I have some ideas as far as expressing to him my feelings.
He doesn't like to be caught off guard, though. So it has to be arranged, okay? He doesn't like surprises, because then he's going to be on the defensive, like you trapped him or cornered him.
Right.
So have you considered writing something to him?
Yeah. Yes or no. I don't. I just think that it would be more suited if I spoke to him.
Okay.
If I was able to.
But I also feel like life is really complicated. My spirit guides take me over there, and when they take me over there, it makes me feel like life for him isn't settled of his own accord. Yes?
He's probably dealing with some stuff also, and still dealing with people probably butting in as well.
Yeah. So there's going to come a time between the end of November, and hear me, do not initiate any conversation that you want to have go well in the areas of love where there's already a miscommunication. Lord, don't do that during Mercury retrograde, because that's a train wreck. So we're going to need to wait till after November 11th, 12th, 13th. So I'm going to say towards the end of November, Thanksgiving time, through the beginning of December would be a great time to communicate with him.
Okay.
in whatever fashion you can. And however you initiate it, you can say, and hear what I'm about to tell you. I understand a lot has happened, but I really would appreciate if we could just connect so we could just have a conversation. It would really mean a lot to me. And I do hope that you're open for this.
Okay.
Because if you show up somewhere where he's going to be and go, hey, can I talk to you? It is not going to be in your favor.
Okay.
Because he's like an elephant. He never forgets. He'll be like, well, what about the time this happened? And what about the time? So you've got to be ready, and neither one of you can be on the defensive.
Well, my hope, desire would be that if, the do-over, so to speak, that we start fresh. Nothing from the past, nothing, just completely fresh.
I understand, but we're human. And you find me one human that doesn't take some old stuff and bring it back up, right? Because we're all human. It's hard for us.
Right.
It's hard for us to let go of things, right? So that's why we have to understand. I understand how you feel, but when this was happening, I found that I felt this. We need to hash some of it out so that we understand where we were coming from at the time.
Right.
And we can agree to disagree on some things and move forward. And then January 2021 is a opportunity for him to put his foot on the path of a new beginning for his whole entire life. It's like, bam, I have like a second half of his life coming for him. So if there was ever a perfect time to make a change, this would be the time.
Do you see me in his 2021?
We have to have the conversation. We have to have the conversation with open heart. This is a little aspect of free will where I can't supersede free will and tell you, but I am telling you the energy is favorable for the connection. And if we pray and we believe in love, that love conquers all, then yes, indeed, we can.
Okay. Now, how about my future as far as my birthday's the end of the month, so are things going to start turning around?
They will, but I take a deep breath because I still feel like you're picking through a lot of muck. It's like you're halfway through the swamp and you got another half to pick through. And it's clearing up a lot of old things that just got complicated and kind of tumbled in on you. So move yourself forward. By the time March comes of next year, you've come out the other side. So you've got about three more months. Three to 6 months. All right, my dear? Thank you so much for your question. And
Thank you very much,
You're
Sarah.
welcome. How did you hear about the show, Deborah?
I've actually heard you on Caleb, and I've visited you as well not too long ago.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
And
Glad
I
to
plan on
connect
visiting
with
you again. I think you're wonderful.
Thank you. Come to see us in West Palm. Pop up this weekend.
I will.
We're having a great sale. Just stick your head in and
I-
get the energy. Maybe get a love bath.
I'm looking for a certain crystal, so I think so. Yeah.
All right.
You might see me.
And grab a love bath. And if I'm not there, the person behind the counter say, Sarah Spiritual says I need your best love bath. They'll hook you up. All right. Thank you, Deborah.
Great.
Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. So let me see. I got to go to Vegas. I got autumn in Vegas. Well, I know it's autumn somewhere around the world, or in the country, but let's see what autumn's doing in Vegas. Do we have autumn in Vegas? How are you? How are you doing, Autumn?
Hi, I'm doing good. I can't believe I made it through. I'm so excited right now. I could jump out of my chair.
Okay, well, I'm excited now because you're excited, so we're all excited. So Jiminy Crickets, we're going to have a great time. So, Autumn, what's the weather like in Vegas?
It's actually beautiful.
Good.
The weather is perfect.
Well, good. We're kind of perfect here in sunny South Florida, so we got a little more humidity than you do, though, so it doesn't always make for a good hair day around here. So, Autumn.
Well, your hair looks fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. So how did you hear about us?
I heard about you through a friend, and I've followed you a few times.
Oh, great.
That's kind of part of the reason why I'm calling you, too.
Okay. Well, let's get down to the questions. What's the question at hand?
Okay. Let me think now. The last time I called you, you had said that you saw something that I needed to know about my career, something big.
Mm-hmm.
But when I called you, I wasn't even thinking about career, so we just switched over to my love life and didn't even touch upon the career thing.
Okay.
And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I really need to pay attention to what she wanted to say, because obviously that's something that I need to be aware of. So I just wanted to know about that, and I wanted to know if there was any other truths that are going to be brought to me, since this is a thing about what's your truth.
Yeah. So, first of all, the truth of who you are, you're bright light, and you're on a soul journey. And my spirit reminds me of a song that they had given to me. The soul knows the journey, why we're here and who we are. And this is where you're at in your life, wondering who you are and what your real purpose is. And we may work and strive for great things, but I feel as if there's advancement, promotion in the physical, tactical world. So there's a shift in job role coming for you, and you're going to explore that. But then I also feel there's this higher calling, higher purpose for you, because you want to be of service. You know, I hear this song in my head. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. You want to feel the harmony of the world around you, and you want to be a contributing element of all of that. And I see the angels that were with you, and Archangel Michael steps forward around you, not just to protect you, but to keep you in order and in balance. You're highly intuitive, highly sensitive, highly empathic. And so this soul shift that is really going to kick in around your birthday. So if you wake up one day and go, I need to know who I am and who I've come to be, that's what they're going to be revealing for you. Your angels are going to work with you. I feel like you manage a lot of different projects. What do you do for a living, please?
I am a paralegal for a corporate law office, and I'm currently going to school to become a lawyer.
Okay. That's a lot of projects. That's a lot of paperwork.
And I run my own plumbing business with my fiance.
Okay.
So I have a lot going on.
So you do. But I also feel like whatever your path is in the legal field, I spy with my Sarah spiritual eye, you're going to go just for something that's going to have some purpose and meaning, not just closing a case to win a case.
Yes.
And you're going to serve humanity. So first we're going to build our momentum. We're going to pass our law, the bar exam. We're going to go become a lawyer. We're going to move ourselves in a path and follow something traditional for a while to get our feet wet. And then you're going to go, I'm going over there. And that's going to be the aspect that's going to lead you through. And I feel like when you work on moving forward in a purpose that is as a humanitarian, which you are, everything will fall in divine order. You'll get all the right cases, all the right people, right favor amongst the people who hear you, and you will speak your truth.
Wow.
And interestingly enough, Archangel Michael governs the justice system. Because remember I said he's there to keep things in order and balance for you. Because what he was showing me was scales of justice. So I'm like, oh, duh, Sarah Spiritual, hello. Scales of justice. Okay, 2 and 2, wants to be a lawyer. It's all there for you. So open up the path of that possibility. And, you know, you and your fiance have a lot to move forward and move through in the plumbing business and such. But don't lose sight of this dream of your words making a difference.
I am blown away right now, because me and my boyfriend were just talking the other day about what if I became like some type of like political figure or something that helps humanitarian, practices humanitarianism and things like that. And we were talking about, wouldn't that be crazy and all that? And I'm just like, and that is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be in law to bring justice where it's supposed to be and do it the right way.
And so it's not crazy in my world. Okay, so
I'm sweating right now.
Well, better you than me because I'm on camera. But anyhow, I just got to tell you this, that if you can feel it and you can say and I say this to you and I say it to everyone listening, when we have that great idea of like, wouldn't it be cool? Like the day I walked around, I said, maybe I'm supposed to do what my teacher did. Maybe I'm supposed to help people. Like the spirit guides were probably going, finally, she got it. Okay, well, thank God for that. Let's just move her along, right? So when that feeling comes over you, if we could just all honor that feeling and go with that flow, the universe will open up all the doors of possibilities. And the plumbing business will give you some tangible, tactical flow of abundance, so that if you want to do something that is more pro bono or for a greater purpose, it's not going to break the bank and you'll still be able to live a comfortable life. Not that I'm saying you want to give everything away, but there's something that you're really passionate about, you'll have that opportunity to let that happen.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Autumn, for calling and following back up. And I'm really enthusiastic that we were able to connect. And God bless you.
Yes, thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
too.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we'll pop onto Facebook. And I got to go to Connecticut. I got Hannah on the line. And I don't know what's going on in Connecticut, but we'll be back to Connecticut and some other places around the country in just a minute. Stay with us. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Sarah Spiritual, and you are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. And we are answering your questions all across the nation. And we want to make sure you know that this weekend we've got this really cool sale coming up at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Visit us. We've got a 15% off sale on just about everything in the center except for candles, classes, and sessions. So we've got some magnificent crystals, books, fairies, all sorts of great items, sprays, mists, baths, you name it, we've got it, herbs, oils. So we'd love to have you visit us at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Come have your own prime time in Sarah Spiritual Land. And we also have a class coming up. Lest I not forget, we've got the Art of Spiritual Rituals. If you want to know how to manifest with the angels, connect, if you want to know how to create money in the energy, well, we're going to teach you how to do that. It is about a 2-hour class. Cost is only $11. Go to sarahspiritual.com. We are going to be registering quite a great turnout for this class because the Art of Spiritual Rituals, everything is a ritual of sorts. Even how you go to put your makeup on in the morning, we have a ritual. So we're going to help you create rituals to create the life that you desire. I've got to take a call from Connecticut. So we're going to go to Connecticut. I've got Hannah on the line. Hannah, how are you tonight?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Hannah. And how can I assist you tonight?
I wanted to know if there's any messages from Spirit Guide or past loved ones.
Okay. So, Hannah, you spend quite a bit of time connecting to the angels and your guides yourself. Is that true? Because you spend that time. Yes, they're talking to me about finding balance in the physical world and the spiritual world. So that's something that's been of interest to you for a while. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you've been working with some crystals, or you have some crystal bracelets or something, because they're making me feel like you've got some energy of things to kind of keep you balanced and grounded. Yes? Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They tell me you have to work on staying grounded. I think sometimes you get a little too up in your head, overthinking. They do want you to know that there is a advancement coming for you. This is a year of kind of finding that work, financial, personal, and God balance. This is what's going to be most important for you. And as you close out 2020 into 2021, we're going to find this energy of balance and prosperity. Are you considering making a move for work? Because I see some kind of transfer coming for you.
I'm thinking about doing other things on the side, more spiritual healing.
Okay, perfect. Because so we're going to transfer from the traditional work to something a little bit more, I don't know, more real than a corporate job, let me tell you. So,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is where you're going to go. There is a guide that shows themselves to me. It's an Indian spirit guide, male spirit guide, has the energy of a wolf with him. So this is one of your spirit guides, and the wolf is one of the animals that walk with you. That is a animal totem with you. I don't know if you're familiar with the energy of the wolf. Well, you might want to do some research on that because that's a very important tool for you. It's a very protective tool. They also make me aware of, hold on. They also give me the energy of Archangel Michael. They give me the energy of Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. But when I step to the loved ones on the other side, they give me two people step forward. There's a man who stands there. He stands on the father's side of the family, above the father energy. This makes sense to you, please?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then there's a woman who stands there, but she stands over on the other side, so that makes me feel she's connected to mother. But when I press the energy to pull her forward, she doesn't step into the grandmother role. She steps into a role that's somewhere between grandma and mom, which makes me feel like there's an aunt or someone. Did we lose an aunt connected to the family on mom's side, please?
It's probably my mother. She had passed years ago.
Because she's not as old as grandma, so it is mom. Okay, so we have mom stepping forward on this side, and then I've got grandfather on dad's side coming through. Let me see if I can work with them for just a minute for you. If you just give me a minute, let me see who's got what to say for me. Okay, mom's talking to me about 2. What does the number 2 have to do with you, your family, or your mom, please? Because she's giving me the number 2.
Number 2. Not sure.
When did she pass, please?
February.
So that's the number 2. Thank you. I just had a feeling.
So.
That's all right. We got it. Okay, so They like to play these crazy games with me, so sometimes I got to work with them. I'm like, okay, Mom, give it to me the way I can get it. So number 2, she's giving us confirmation that we have her here for you, just so that you know that we have that energy. And then she's talking to me about a ring. So do you have her ring? Who's got her ring, please? There's a ring connected to her.
Don't know.
Okay.
Either my sister has it, I think.
Okay, is it like her wedding ring or a ring she wore all the time? Okay, because she's giving me a ring here as something as significant that she left behind. So that is to your sister, yes? Is it your sister? Is it your sister and then someone else in the family, please?
Like other siblings, you
mean? Yes, please.
Yeah, there's 3 of us total.
Yes, so that's why I've got your sister, your sister, and someone else. So that's 3, okay? So she goes 1, 2, and then she goes someone else. So that's like, I guess that's the brother. I don't know, who's that? Is that your brother energy?
No, there's 3 sisters.
Okay, but is she one sister removed or not as close? Yes.
I don't...
They make me feel like yes, like they're, or she's distant or not connected. It's like, or 2 are close together in age, and there's a distance between one and the other 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
2 of us are 1 year apart, and the other one I think is 6.
Okay, you see, 2 together, 1 apart. That's how I get it. Okay, so she wants you to know that she's with you all. Grandpa's just kind of standing there looking on, got like glasses over to the top of his nose here, so he's kind of looking at me. So he's here with me in the energy. So Hannah, I want you to know that they're with you, they love you, and you are very much on track with your life, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you. And, take a look at my apprentice program. If you're looking to develop your gifts, your healing, and your connection with spirit, and you want to build a stronger bridge of trust and communication, if you go to my website, sarahspiritual.com, and you go to our classes and events, you can read the apprentice program. I'd love to have you join us. It's starting at the end of the month, and I think it'll do you well.
Thank you. I will do that.
All right. Thank you so much, Hannah. God bless you. And thank you so much for communicating. How did you hear about the show?
Oh, I've been watching and following you for about a year now.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for following me. I greatly appreciate that. Stay well. Bye for now.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, what's your truth? We're all about the truth here tonight. We speak the truth. We align with the truth. And remember, God is the light and the way, and God is the truth. If we did not get to your call tonight, then I do hope that you make a note to write it down in your book every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m., Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, right here on WWNN. It has been an absolute pleasure to have talked to each one of you tonight, my friends on Facebook, my friends on YouTube, and, of course, all our callers. Everyone continue to stay well, navigate the changes best you can, know that you are always protected, and we walk in love and light, and Source Creator has got your back. Thank you, everyone. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.